A lot of people are wondering when they'll be getting their new Model 3. I can't say for sure, but it's sort of interesting to see just how many have already been made. It appears that Tesla are basically full steam ahead for the new Model 3 production at a time when obviously Ford, General Motors and Stellantis are in a bit of a crisis. Ford have said that if they agree to the UAW's demands, they'll go bankrupt. We've got the inverse happening with Tesla. Its new Model 3, of course, is apparently a big improvement by all reports on the previous version. And it looks like Tesla is ready to ship a lot of them. If you look at the car park at the Gigafactory in China, it's basically almost full of the new version of the Model 3. And that's a lot of cars. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Just want to say a big thank you to our Patreon supporters. We couldn't do this without you. If you'd like to be a patron on the channel, even $1, $2, anything is great. Anything helps. And I do plan to begin a series of videos for Patreon subscribers as well. Plus, if you want to see some of our videos in advance, you can. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, you get to see some videos a few days in advance. I'll put a link in the description to both of those options. Tesla's China plant is the only one producing the new Model 3 at the moment. That will change within a few months' time at the factory in Fremont. Or is it not the factory in Fremont? No, I believe it is the factory in Fremont that's going to be producing the new Model 3. From what I'm hearing, by the end of October, that's when production will start in the US. Makes sense considering the Model 3, the current version is staggeringly cheap. It's $37,000 in the US right now, meaning the old version is the same price in the US as what the new version costs in China right now. Tesla's China plant is currently the only one producing the Model 3, and it's about to send, apparently about to send a bunch of Model 3s to Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and possibly even Australia, though the Australia website says not until January, so we'll have to see on that one. Production is clearly actually ramping up significantly, otherwise they wouldn't be able to make this many cars. The drone footage from Wuhua reveals that Tesla's platform at Shanghai's Nankang port features a very large number of face-lifted Model 3 sedans, and assuming that they're all the new Model 3, which they must be because Tesla in China actually stopped producing the old version around about 3 weeks to a month ago, then there's well over 3,000 cars just in this one video alone. But apparently a bit of an issue for Tesla could be shipping, because all Chinese car companies right now are struggling with shipping as Chinese exports for cars ramp up. They've drastically ramped up this year. Apparently China is going to overtake Japan as the largest exporter of cars. Already has, but apparently for the year it will overtake Japan as the largest exporter, but China doesn't have enough ships. So China has ordered about 170 new mega ships to ship these cars around the world. 6 of those will be for BYD alone. Now, reports say that in the past, the Model 3 EVs were produced in smaller batches and dispersed around various warehouses because there wasn't as much demand for the Model 3 as the Model Y. But that's changing now because I think Tesla has quite a few orders for the new version, so they're producing it in much the same way as they do the Model Y, just basically full steam ahead, 24 hours a day at the factory in China. Wuhua says that the first deliveries of the Model 3 will be to European customers. So these cars, the first Model 3s, are not going to Chinese consumers. Surprisingly, they're going straight to Europe. This is confirmed by the fact that all of the Model 3s have the European Union logo on them. So these cars in this video are all going to Europe. And that makes sense considering you've been able to order the Model 3 in Europe now for a few months. People ordered them a few months ago. Even before the new Model 3 was revealed, people had already placed orders. They didn't know what it was going to look like. They ordered it anyway. Or maybe they didn't know they were ordering the new version, but I told people that was happening. And so they're getting the new version within, I would say, a couple of weeks' time. Deliveries of the facelifted Tesla Model 3 will begin in Europe to those customers who ordered them a few months ago. Deliveries in China may not begin until towards December this year. I'm hearing possibly even January. Anyway, it will be really interesting to see how much this changes demand for the Tesla Model 3. Demand has been pretty good. It's still the second best-selling EV in the world this year, but BYD's Dolphin is catching up. That's the third best-selling electric car in the world. And considering BYD are also shipping Dolphins around the world right now as we speak, the race will be on between the Model 3 and the Dolphin for the best-selling car, or the second best-selling car in the world. Obviously, the Tesla Model Y has already won that race. It's finished for the year. Model Y could be the best-selling car in the world. Will it be? Don't know. When will the new version of the Model Y coming out with all these new changes come? I'm hearing around 6 months. What are your thoughts? Are you considering a new Model 3 or a Model Y? Do you think it's actually much of an improvement versus the old version? I think it is, but not everyone agrees with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Guys, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.